Hello and good morning, good afternoon to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for the 9th graduating class of Certified Holistic Health Coaches from the Institute of Holistic with a W, because we look at everything as a whole, health. Wow. Hi, Doc.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fab.
Awesome. Well, everybody, I am so very excited. My name is Rebecca Dukes Kozak, and I have been able and honored to be the student services advocate for all of you that have taken part in this course or those that are considering taking part in this course. And we would not have this course if it was not for two amazing people who have been very instrumental in being advocates for health, and not just advocates for health through exercise. But without that nutrition part, you can't have the stability and the endurance to do that exercise part. And that's part of why they have put together this Institute of Wholistic Health. They found a gap in people getting information that is incorrect. And we have amazing resources at our disposal that we wanted to make available to the world in truth and what is actually going to be instrumental in making healthier communities. Now, one of our co-founders, unfortunately, is not able to be here today. That is Cheryl Morley, but she's here with us in spirit. But we do have Paul Croto, the other co-founder of the Institute of Holistic Health, to guide us through this graduation. Paul, I'm so excited. Our 9th graduating class.
I know, what an awesome day. I love these graduations. All 9 of them, well, 8 of them so far have been fantastic. So let's not screw this one up, everyone. I'm just joking. It's just, what a day to celebrate everyone's accomplishments. I mean, of course, we want to give a round of applause to all the new people out there that have just graduated. An amazing accomplishment. I mean, so many people, they say they're going to do something in life and never really do it. So to say I'm going to do it and then follow through and then be here at graduation, there's nothing like it. I mean, my hat's off to all of you for doing that. And we just I appreciate all the alumni being here too today. And we want to recognize you. I mean, it's every single time we want to renew the good feeling that we got from becoming health coaches and carrying on Dr. Wallach's mission. When Cheryl and I met Dr. Wallach over 26 years ago, and the first time I heard Dead Doctors Don't Lie, I knew for the rest of my life I would be sharing this message with people. Everyone in the world has to hear Dr. Wallach's message. And Cheryl and I were blessed enough to spend a lot of time with Dr. Wallach. Cheryl was on the road with Dr. Wallach for 5 years straight, and I got to travel with him a lot and do countless seminars with him and spend some great time with him. Lunches, breakfasts, dinners, and just learning all I could from him. And Cheryl and I are very grateful for all those moments we've had with Dr. Wallach and all the knowledge we've gained from him. And Dr. Wallach still does his 2 radio shows every single week. He does a show with Becca every single week. And he's just been absolutely incredible. The best, greatest doctor I've ever met or known. He's spot on with everything he says. He knows how to find the root issue of the problem, which is what this course is based on. And what Cheryl and I realized is that, not everyone was as privileged as Cheryl and I were to spend all that time with Dr. Wallach. So, and even people that were with Longevity for 20 years didn't really fully understand the 4 categories of health and how Dr. Wallach connects these dots. I remember being at one of my first seminars with Dr. Wallach, and he always answers questions at the end. And somebody said, I have high blood pressure. And, how do I fix that, doc? And he said, well, does your knee hurt? And I was thinking to myself, does your knee hurt? Like, that's a crazy question. Why in the world would he ask something like that? But in his brilliance, he was connecting dots to see exactly what was causing the problem. And once he got 2 or 3 points and could connect those dots, he knew immediately what the deficiency was. Fix that deficiency. Not only do you fix that problem, you prevent it from ever happening again, and you probably, prevent dozens and dozens of other bad things happening in the future. So his brilliance can't be overstated. It's just been incredible spending time with him. And then what Cheryl and I did is took everything we've learned from him for over 25 years and try to put it in a course. And I think we did a pretty good job on the first round with that, but we're just getting ready to launch the second, the health coaching program 2.0. And we just got a lot more Dr. Wallach in it. We have a lot more of his teachings, and we go greater in depth. So we've added a lot of material to the new course, and we just, with the health of the country right now and the world for that matter, there's a huge gap out there. And we as health coaches have to fill that gap. And Dr. Wallach's dream was to create an army of people to go out and carry his message out to the world. And Cheryl and I are just so grateful, and we have taken on that challenge from Dr. Wallach to help him create this army. And Dr. Wallach, I really truly feel like these holistic health coaches trained by you, all of your knowledge going into them, have become your army that's out there every single day, helping hundreds of thousands of people get healthy. And, so the whole thing I'm so grateful for, and so grateful for you. And I'd love for you to come on and share some wisdom with us this morning.
Okay, well, thank you for all the kind words, Paul, and all the great work that you and Cheryl do. Can't thank you enough, and your team. And I'll just take a few minutes here. Of course, the certified holistic health coaches are in great need, as you pointed out. There's over 600 different diseases, okay, that are just simple nutritional deficiency diseases that doctors claim they're genetic and autoimmune, all this kind of stuff, which is not true. But these diseases can be eliminated very quickly, and with the knowledge that these graduates have, okay, that you've trained them in. And so they need to take this certificate and put part of their life together, okay, and restore the human race. So they're part of this army now, and there's a huge responsibility to it. Now, what I'm going to do, and of course, most people don't realize how I got involved in this, because I started out with a degree in agriculture, a degree in veterinary medicine, and I was working through veterinary school at the University of Missouri. Didn't have a lot of money, just from a poor farming family. And I was working with the veterinary pathology department to earn enough money to pay my tuition and all that kind of stuff, and my rent and so forth. And it was Christmas week in 1963. All the professors were gone. I was there by myself. And this farmer comes by and he drops 50 dead lambs on me. And I did autopsies on them, and they didn't have any infections or anything like that. And what happened was this farmer, the night before, had fed 500 lambs, which are getting ready to go to market. And this was in central Missouri. And the temperature in central Missouri goes up and down like crazy because of the location in the Mississippi River and the Great Lakes and the Gulf of Mexico. So it's right in the center of all this stuff. And so the temperature goes up and down and right and left and so on. And these 500 lambs were healthy, and they're jumping in the feed bunks and chasing each other. And they're all excited because the farmer's feeding them 500. He wakes up the next morning, he's going to feed them again. They're all dead. Every one of the 500 were dead. And he brings 50 of them to me. And of course, all the professors are gone. It's Christmas, 1963, and a year before I graduated veterinary school. And so I did the autopsies on them and took all the cultures, no infections. I took samples of all the tissues and, sent them into the system so I could look at them microscopically and biopsies and all this kind of stuff. And what I found out was, in doing my research, that the temperature had dropped, had been running typical in the central Missouri, near Columbia, Missouri, typical of maybe 45, 50, 60 degrees during the day. And then the night they all died, it dropped to 16, and they all died of hypothermia. And I checked the water in the pond they were drinking from, and it had sky high, like 5 times the amount of nitrates in there that should have been. And all the surrounding farms have been putting lots of nitrate fertilizer on their fields because they get paid by tons and bushels. They don't get paid by the nutritional values. So they're really pumping the nitrate fertilizer, and the rains washed a lot of that fertilizer into the pond, and these lambs were drinking it. And when the temperature dropped, they didn't have the capacity to survive that hypothermia. And of course, I got it ready for publication, and it got published in 1965. And by that point, I was working with Marlon Perkins from the old Mutual Mohawk Kingdom show on TV in the St. Louis Zoo. And he was sending me to Africa to work on the white rhino conservation project. And that article got published. And I'm there for 2 years. I caught over 200 white rhino. And back then there was only 300 left. And today there's 21,000. So I'm very proud of the work we did with the white rhino. There's a book, as my first book was Rhino Express, describing all the activities of that. But to get back to the story, it was very obvious, okay, that these lambs had died from hypothermia, okay? And I got it written up and published in 1965. And Marlon Perkins and the head of the Department of Biology there at Washington University in St. Louis, okay, Barry Commoner is his name, PhD in biology. And he and Marlon Perkins used my paper on the death of the 500 lambs to get a $25 million grant from the National Institutes of Health and to study pollution, okay, in the big zoos in the big cities around the world, so that they were going to use the zoo animals kind of like the old coal miners used to use canaries, taking them down in the mine. That was the whole purpose of studying the zoo animals. And so they brought me back from Africa to work at the St. Louis Zoo and Barnes Hospital. And to make a long story short, over a period of 10 years, I did over 20,000 autopsies, some 17,000, some change of over 454 species of animals and 3,000 humans, and got them published, like 75 scientific publications and all that kind of stuff. And it was very obvious that there were no genetically transmitted diseases, because all these animals are dying of the things that we're supposed to have genetic diseases of, and these, everything from wombats to kangaroos and elephants and monkeys and you know, every kind of animal you can think of are dying from these same things we're supposed to have as a genetic disease. They're just simple nutritional deficiency diseases. And this all got published and everything. And that was kind of the beginning of everything. Okay, so that was very, very exciting. So, and we were looking at, of course, in this process, I ran into the first, I guess after that, I was working at for Yerkes Primate Center at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, and this is for NASA. I was a pathologist there and ran into the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis, supposed to be one of the terrible birth defects, the genetic birth defects in humans. And it's a lung disease, a liver disease, and a pancreas disease. And I sent samples of the slides to 5 different medical schools, and I didn't tell them they were from a monkey. I just said, I think this is cystic fibrosis. What do you think? And they all wrote back on their letterhead, because we were talking, you know, 1977, okay, 1977. And they all wrote back and said, yeah, this is a classic example of cystic fibrosis. And then I told them it was a monkey. This is the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis. They were all excited. And I was in every newspaper and every TV and every radio station for like every day for 3 months. It was like crazy. And I got permission to do biopsies of the other 24 baby monkeys in the colony, different mothers and fathers. They weren't related in any other way other than they were all monkeys. And they all had cystic fibrosis. Well, it turns out that the behaviorist there was tired of seeing all these monkeys pulling each other's hair and chasing each other. So they took away their monkey pellets with all the vitamins and minerals in it and just gave them fruit and vegetables. So they're all deficient in these nutrients. And that's when all the babies, 24 other babies were born with cystic fibrosis. And I told them it wasn't a genetic thing, it was nutritional deficiency, and they fired me. And that's to make a long story short, I went back to school and became a naturopathic physician. And and that was the beginning. Okay, then 2 more publications I'll tell you about, and then I'll turn it back over to Paul. The second one, okay, was muscular dystrophy. We worked with one of our Marines, literally a Marine, okay, and we were working in Idaho and Utah, okay, so there's so many kids with muscular dystrophy. And we were sending information to Jerry Lewis, who'd been working with the Muscular Dystrophy Association for 50 years. He'd raised through the telethon $2.7 billion in 50 years. And we gave Jerry these cases where the doctors had signed off on them. They did biopsies and they didn't have muscular dystrophy anymore. Jerry Lewis got excited about it. He took it to their annual meeting. The night before the annual meeting, he spoke to the sort of brass of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. They fired Jerry Lewis before he could say anything on Saturday the next day. They fired Jerry Lewis, and a year later he dies. Okay. And of course, it was a big hoo-ha. They fired him because he said that muscular dystrophy wasn't genetic and that we had the cure for it, which, you know, he'd spent 50 years trying to find it. And then through Cheryl Morley and Paul Croto and Jonathan Emord and myself, for at least 12, 15 years, we were suing the FDA and suing everybody and petitioning them and suing them, petitioning them and suing them. And we got these nutrients put into the baby formulas, Enfamil and Similac. And, let's see here, cystic fibrosis went away, muscular dystrophy went away. And then, the big one, son of a death syndrome, SIDS went away. And of course, doctors said that SIDS, son of a death syndrome, was caused by the mothers laying on the babies and suffocating them. And so many women committed suicide because their churches disowned them, their family disowned them. And basically what was happening was, even if they were breastfeeding the babies were not getting the nutrients necessary to prevent son of a death syndrome, which is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy heart disease. In 1990, the rate of SIDS, son of a death syndrome, was 135 to 140 deaths each year in America alone per 100,000 normal births. Today, it's 15 to 20. So we've reduced son of a death syndrome by 95 to 98% just by putting these nutrients in the baby formulas. Okay, so we're very, very proud of that. And so this is the sort of thing that our graduates today have access to this information. And this information, we can save so many families and so many kids. Okay. And so we have the solutions for over 600 different diseases, which are really just nutritional deficiencies. They're not genetic. They're not autoimmune diseases. And so every time somebody says, it's an autoimmune disease, my doctor says your antennae should go up. They say, my doctor says it's a genetic thing, just like rheumatoid arthritis and lupus and all this kind of stuff. It's just nutritional deficiency diseases. And so with that said, let's go out and save the world. Let's go out and save humanity. And I can't thank you enough for being our graduating class this year. And back over to you, Paul.
It's so awesome, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for sharing all that. And what a story. I mean, it's just incredible. I love sharing the Audacity of Health. It's a great documentary put together that features Dr. Wallach's life, and everything he mentioned in that, we just mentioned now, is in that documentary. So I can't urge you enough to share that as much as you can, as people get to meet Dr. Wallach and find out all he's done. Blown away. I mean, I don't know anybody else in the world that in history that's accomplished all those things and have done that much research on it. And Dr. Wallach, how many books have you released so far? What book are you on?
Okay, we have 21 best-selling books out there. Okay, and of course we have 3 new ones coming out here. Well, I should say 3 new projects, 3 of which are books, and one is a 10 CD set that I did with pharmacist Keith Abel. And we're just dealing with the packaging now. Each one of these 10 CDs is a disease that he and I did in one of our Zooms. And we picked it, and we picked 10 of these. And we're talking about one CD is diabetes, and there's arthritis, and there's high blood pressure, and there's cerebral palsy, and all this kind of stuff. And some are birth defects, and some are things like heart disease and so forth. And we're just dealing with the packaging now. So that's going to be out here pretty soon. We have another book out there. It's called The Third Testament, because we have so much technology, today that they didn't have 3,500 years ago when they came out with the Old Testament. They didn't have technology 2,000 years ago with the New Testament. It's been 2,000 years, since we've had anything added to the Bible. So we're going to add all this stuff to the Bible because they mentioned these things in the Bible, but they didn't have an answer. We have the technology now, so we have the answer. So we're going to support the Bible with this information and all of this technology. And it's going to blow people's mind because these people were so good back in those days, and they recognized things. But, they were calling dinosaurs let's see here, dragons and things like that. And they didn't know how old they were because they didn't have the technology to date things back then. And so we have these things dated and so forth. And so this is all going into this new, okay, the Third Testament. We're so excited about this. We're giving God all the credit, and but it's going to, I think, expand the usefulness of the Bible to people who didn't pay attention to the Bible because it didn't have answers for the technological stuff. We've added the answers to the technological stuff, okay, to the history. And of course, we put a lot of the Old Testament and a lot of the New Testament in there. So the continuum is obvious. And so we're very excited about that. And then the book that came out of my 20,000 autopsies at the Center for Disease Control there in the University of, Washington University in St. Louis, those 20,000 autopsies, it was called Disease of Exotic Animals. Well, we're redoing it. We're redoing that study. Okay, and they sold for $25,000 each. Each book sold for $25,000 each. They started out as 5,000 pages, was edited down to 1,200 pages. And we're going to redo this a book, okay, called The Disease of Exotic Animals, with our help from our cousins up in Canada. Okay, we're redoing the book, and it's going to have so much new information in there because, again, of technology that we didn't have back then, back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. And so this is going to freak everybody out, okay, because we really know so much to eliminate as many as 600 different diseases. And this is where this army continues to build, and we cannot thank the Holistic Health School, okay, the Institute for Holistic Health, the graduates, and we can't thank Cheryl and Paul enough for having the fortitude to keep going. And I can't thank Jonathan Emore enough for spending all this time in the court with me, okay, getting all this stuff petitioned and sued and so forth. So this is unimpeachable. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Wallach. And yeah, I know this is a question I actually haven't asked you yet. And but I know for as long as, I've known you 40 years over, you've been spelling the word holistic with a W. That's actually where I got the idea from. So was there any background behind that, or how did you start doing that? Or is there a story behind that at all?
Yeah. Well, I think the holistic, when you look at holism and whole, it's spelled with a W. It's about, it's about as complete as you can get. Is about as widespread as you can get. We're talking holistic. We're talking about the whole earth. We're talking about the whole universe. We're talking about the whole schlemiel, if you will. Okay, the whole thing. And so the only thing that fit was the W, whole. It was a whole, not the pieces here, pieces there. It's a whole, WHOLE.
Yeah, I love that. That is absolutely fantastic. And again, I got that from you, and that's how we named this course, and again, built everything off of what Dr. Wallach is teaching. And in the new course, we've really dived in and are using Dr. Wallach's books as really the textbooks for the course. Cheryl and I have picked out a bunch that we really, that are basically mandatory now for the course. And you can go to drjwallach.com. The link's in the chat here. To the big one we're pushing is the Truth About Nutrition. It's a bundle that Dr. Wallach has come out with. It's
a book, a CD, and a DVD.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. So every single health coach needs to get that, and so many other books you've written, Dr. Wallach, have changed my life and have been so educational. So we're making all of those books again, basically textbooks for the course. And what a amazing resource you built with drjwallach.com. And I know Becca is working on some great projects with you right now, and we'll be on in a moment to share a little bit of that with us. But right now, what I want to do, and again, thank you, Dr. Wallach, so much for coming on today. I can't tell you how much I appreciate seeing you and having you on all these graduations, taking time out of your busy day to be with us. We're just so honored.
Well, we're family. We are family.
We are family. No question about that. All right. Well, what I want to do, speaking of family, is I would love to bring on a lovely woman who has already graduated. Her name is Sherry Ann Cheney, and we do Monday coaching calls every single week. She's on just about all of them, if not all of them, and has just been a great light, a great leader in the health coaching certification, and gone out and helped other people, and has just done an amazing job. So Sherry Ann, I'm super excited to be able to hear from you today and just say, your thoughts on the course, what it's done for you, and you got a very clean office, by the way. It's very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
I see your
Thank you for
certificate
those.
up there in the left-hand corner.
Yes, yes, very proud of that. I would like to say thank you, Paul, for that kind introduction. I'm no A-type personality. I don't like to speak up a lot, but I'm blessed to have this opportunity to share. First of all, my congratulations for all the graduates today. This is a day of accomplishment. We recognize that, and we are so grateful to have our numbers added too. I have felt since I started this journey over a year and a half ago that there's things I've noticed that I wanted to bring up today to you. Maybe you've noticed them too. Maybe you felt the similar kind of gratitude that I feel. First of all, I'm grateful to be part of spreading Doc Wallach's message. I just can't believe how this has profoundly changed my life. I just briefly can say that I've been able to help my husband to get almost completely off his diabetic medicines and 2 other medications. Personally, I've gotten off 5 medications I was taking daily.
Wow.
And I only have 1 left to eliminate. But the most profound story for me, because when I started this journey, I just was only looking to help myself, my family, my loved ones, my friends. I didn't even think of this as a business. And now when I wake up, I'm grateful for the opportunity I have to pay forward in some way all that I have been given through Dr. Wallach's information and the institute that Paul and Cheryl have created. It has totally changed my life. And to wake up and think, who might I be able to share this hope with? It's more than the people on my planner, my calendar. It's quite often wanting to just keep my eyes and my ears open, because you never know who will cross your path that you can share this hope with. And it truly has been life-changing. And to just say I'm thankful to Dr. Wallach, that just does not even begin to express the depth of my gratitude.
Thank you so much.
And thank you. And to Paul and Cheryl for their institute, their continuing education, their continued efforts to move forward and become better, and to set that example and to offer us the encouragement and support is just beyond measure in anything I could begin to express. I wonder if the rest of you have noticed how often Doc speaks of his faith and the fact that God created our bodies to heal if we just give them the right nutrients. That is so elementary and is so logical and so perfect. If we just take out the bad and put in the good, how easy can that be? And I love that people in our group speak of their faith all the time. They're kind, they're compassionate, they're willing to share their education, their learning. This is a phenomenally supportive group, and it's wonderful to be here. And again, I want to say congratulations to all the graduates. And I hope that you'll have every blessing as you go forward and grow. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. And but there's nothing that touches me more when I hear people getting off of medications. I mean, this is the big thing that Dr. Wallach and myself and Cheryl are and Jonathan are fighting for every moment of every day is to educate people on the harmful effects of the pharmaceutical industry. They lie. They have one agenda, and it's to make money. They're not interested in curing everything. As a matter of fact, there's never been a drug created that cured anything. It's all about covering up symptoms. And, and again, we say this all the time, you have this prescription and this prescription. There's never been a study done on mixing these two together, let alone 5 or 6 in your case. I meet people every single day that are taking 16 different medications. I don't even know how they function. It's just absolutely insane about that. So getting the truth out about that, Cheryl and I are very passionate about helping people with depression. We see that being a big epidemic right now. So we've created a whole lesson and a big lesson on just helping people with that and mental, we hear mental health a lot. Sherry Ann, you mentioned how Dr. Wallach's into spiritual health. So there's the mental health, the spiritual health, the emotional health, and the physical health. It's putting all those things together. And as Dr. Wallach mentioned, it's the whole thing put together that makes this thing work and makes a person feel good and be healthy and be free of these sickness and diseases. So thank you so much for sharing that, and what an inspirational story from that. So thank you. Next, you already heard from her once, but I have the unique pleasure of introducing an incredible woman. She has really been, so we're about a little over 2 years with the Institute now. And without Becca, we wouldn't have made it this far. She is truly the glue that holds the whole thing together. God knows that Cheryl and I need help. And Becca has just been a dream. I mean, she's so incredible. She loves people. She helps people around the clock. I see her answering messages and taking care of people, and it's hard to find people in this world that care that much about other people. We always talk about being people first, and it's about the people and making people strong. That's what our whole goal is. If you can make people strong, problems seem to go away, because we have all these strong people out there, and it doesn't matter if COVID-20 or 21 comes out. We got people strong, and so that's really our mission. And Becca, embraces that mission like nobody else. She's by far our number one health coach and leader, and has just I just love being able to watch her on a daily basis with her business, and how much that's exploded for her and taken off. And I remember meeting Becca for the first time and kind of going over her vision for her life. And now to see that vision coming to reality is the most beautiful thing in the world. So Becca, I can't say enough great things about you. You've been amazing. And I want to turn the time over to you just so you can say a few words. I know that Cheryl's with her family today. She's got a family reunion going on today. Just happened to be the same day as graduation. But she does send all her love to all of us, to all of you. And Becca is going to step in here and say a few great words about the Institute and her thoughts about the coaching program.
Yes, I am. And I'm going to hold back the tears, seeing all the comments and everything. You guys, I do this because I love it. I feel very honored. I'm honored and humbled to be able to have the position that I have within the Institute of Wholistic Health, within longevity, within life in general. I started out in very, very poor health. And when Paul and I met for the very first time, I think I was still 230 pounds, which is 50 pounds more than what I was now. Yet he saw something within me that really sparked and reminded me of the value that I have and what I have to offer. And that is something that I have seen the Institute offer so many of us, not just myself, but others that are in this community. And the community has been something that is really filled the gap in the last 2 years with being cut off from the world. We have this community where we are positive, we are building, we are strong, we are learning and gaining confidence in the knowledge that we have learned through Dr. Wallach's research and just taking it and spreading it throughout the world. And honestly, I think the internet makes us more efficient on doing that. But some of us are still belly to belly people, and I totally respect that and love that. But in this, like Dr. Wallach said, the knowledge that we've learned, there's over 600 diseases that we could eliminate. And now that we have this knowledge, I don't know what the right word is.
We could change the world.
We can change the world. That's right. That's right. So I am very, very proud to be part of this world-changing crusade in the Institute of Wholistic Health, and being able to fill in for Cheryl, oh my goodness, big shoes, on presenting to you the 9th graduating class of certified holistic health coaches from the Institute of Holistic Health. Miss Lee Elves, Stephanie Ray Baxter, Jane Elizabeth Bellingham, Stephen Berkey, Michelle Ford Buseth, Jeanette F. Degree, Teresa Evans, Stephanie N. Franklin, Stephen J. Graham, James Hayden, Elizabeth Harvey, and Dr. Lynn McDonald. That is the first half of graduates in today's program that I am so excited. I've been able to watch each of them. I think I've had interactions with every single one of them in getting questions answered, because there's so many people that are so full of passion and like sponges. It has just been an honor. And part of that honor is being able to allow one of those graduates of names I just read to share with you what she has learned from this course. Now, this course, many of the people involved in it have their very own health coaching business. They have their own franchise where they are able to offer the top-notch, best quality supplementation products that synergistically work together in a company called Longevity. Now, Michelle has been with Longevity for quite some time. So, Michelle, if you will join me here.
I am here.
Share with us a little bit about what this certification and the knowledge that you learned through this course means to you and has done for you with your business.
Okay. Well, I wrote it down because I want to make sure I had time to tell it all without a bunch of pauses. So I must first acknowledge my husband, John, and our 5 children, their spouses and partners, and our 12 grandchildren, because they have aided and sustained me through this journey. Throughout my life, I've had 40 diagnoses and 21 surgeries. These began with type 1 diabetes in 1967. I was born in 60. In 2004, I had a massive heart attack, followed by a quadruple bypass in 2009 and another stent in 2012. Also in 2012, I was diagnosed with celiac disease. In 2013, an immune deficiency, and in 2018, a double whammy, Lyme disease and Addison's disease. So on November 10th, that same year, I evaluated my life. I had been really sick for over 23 years. And 10 of those years, I was unable to drive, taking away your freedom, you know? So each day I took 37 prescription pills and was in bed about 23 hours a day. My husband and children spent many hours taking care of me. I missed graduations, family parties, church. I planned my funeral twice. I weighed 183 pounds, and I am only 4'11" tall. I prayed for healing. Then a miracle happened. I watched a video online by Dr. Dave Janda with Operation Freedom Health. He was interviewing a naturopathic doctor, Peter J. Glidden. I was amazed. Could it be so simple? I then learned that the nutrition he promoted was longevity. Well, just 30 years earlier, I had listened to a cassette, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, by Dr. Joel Wallach. I'm so glad he's here today. I contacted Dr. Jan and began ordering the products. By May of 2019, I was off my gamma infusions and my immune problem disappeared. I purchased Dr. Glidden's book, Attempt a Cure with Holistic Medicine. We've heard about that in this class. I read that, and he had personally healed from Lyme disease. I wanted to know more, so I contacted his office. I signed up as a preferred customer with Brenda Gousset of IWH Health on August 13th, 2019. Huge day, because I also share it with, it's my sister's birthday. Best decision ever. I was now saving money on my purchases, getting free shipping with auto ship, and I began earning reward points, which, you know, for future purchases, I mean, it's better than coupons. I subscribed to Dr. Glidden's website, which, by the way, is cheaper than medical insurance. And for me, being an IWH Health member, I got a discount. So I began participating in the biweekly Q&As. I asked questions, followed his protocol for me on how to heal from Lyme disease, which I achieved totally in 9 months. After 2 days in the hospital in the beginning of 2021, I hired Dr. Glidden to treat me for the acid burns my body sustained from 6 days of diabetic ketoacidosis. I had never had this in almost 55 years of being diabetic. My GI doctor said it would take 4 to 6 months to heal, and only by taking Acifex. I don't know if you know, it's a proton pump inhibitor, and they call it the great stomach acid reducer. Well, he was wrong. Dr. Glidden prescribed a homeopathic remedy, to be specific, Symphytum officinale, comfrey for all you gardeners out there. My ulcers and acid burns from the inside out were relieved in 3 days and healed in 10. God's medicine is actually very wonderful. Of course, Dr. Glidden also upped my dosages of the 90 Essential with a few tweaks. Thank you, Dr. Glidden. I read and watched everything I could find. I watched Dr. Wallach's shows, everything. I'd seen you before, Becca, on those. My healing journey is not short, and it is not complete. I began this journey December 2018 with the 90 essential nutrients. I still have 6 of my 40 diagnoses, 3 which are drug side effects. Each day, I advance further into the healing process and bring others with me on my journey. Family, friends, and medical doctors asked what I had done to achieve such a drastic change for the better. Of course, I began to share my journey using the 90 essential nutrients. You wouldn't believe how many just said, oh, good for you. You know. One dear friend, however, wanted to heal. She decided to order the longevity nutrition. I called Brenda of IWH Health again, asking if she could enroll her as a preferred customer, you know, for the wholesale pricing. She said, if I became a distributor, I could sign her up myself. Well, I had no intention of making this a business. I just wanted to share my healing story with the world. Brenda was shocked. She stated this had never happened before. Well, my dilemma, I had told my dear friend for months that I got nothing from recommending these products. So it worried me that that would change. I went to her, asked her opinion. She encouraged me to sign up. And with her encouragement and Brenda's, I took the plunge and became a distributor on November 24th, 2021. And later, Brenda encouraged me to become a certified health coach. I began that journey in February, 6 months ago. I've really been studying, though, the curriculum since December of 2018. So really, I've been in school for 45 months. And when you know the material, it becomes so much easier. 9 months after becoming a distributor, almost to the day, I've enrolled 12 preferred customers, 5 customers that I sell to directly, and 5 people are ready to order this coming 2 weeks. So, oh, and my dear friends, She became a distributor and has 3 preferred customers. So, I mean, it just booms. Also, 4 friends and associates learning that I'm graduating right now have engaged my services as a certified holistic health coach. The best news, they always come in 3s. The only prescription medication I take today is insulin. I got my driver's license back in October last year, and I have become a successful longevity distributor, soon to be a star.
That is absolutely fantastic. I did not know any of that, other than you had been on the products for quite some time with the longevity products. Powerful. Wow. As you're listening, folks, can you relate? Can you think of people that have experienced some of the things that Michelle has experienced? And how offering this opportunity, what these products offer, and as a certified holistic health coach, your services and the impact you can make in their lives as well. Michelle, you mentioned what, 15 people that you've helped? Plus you have somebody that's helped another 3. That's 18 people coming from one person sharing their
And only in
story
9 months.
in 9 months.
Yeah.
So think about how impactful that compoundedness, is that a word? Compoundedness of the power of one. Paul, did you want to add something?
No, I'm blown away by that story. It's just so touching to hear would you say 37 medications or 27? What was it?
39. I thought it was 37, but then I went through my medical file and it was 39.
Unless,
37
told me
pills.
that,
not-
and
not
I trust you. I mean, that just seems like it's unfathomable to my brain.
Yeah,
but,
I
that's what's
documented
going on in the world today.
everything.
Yeah, unbelievable. And have you, off of 38 of them is just, it's the best feeling in the world again. So thank you for sharing that story, and for all your success and sharing Dr. Wallach's message with the world and becoming a crusader. So thank you. Let's go back over to Becca. We're going to read the second half of names now.
All right. So we want to thank also the person that shared the program with Michelle. It is them sharing, and that's what this is all about, is sharing information. You have information and knowledge to share. And I am excited to present to you the second group of people who are graduating in today's graduation. Carol McMillan, Mrs. Lois Morris, Hilda North, Cleopatra Upshaw Pinnock, Therese Sakor, Julia Selman, Crystal Shawn, Cheryl Stockham, Diane Tate, James D. Vaughn, Kirsten White, Kenneth D. Wilson. I am so excited to present to you the full 9th graduating class of the Institute of Wholistic Health. Now, I have one more alumni that I would like to share with all of you as she shares her story on how this course and community has impacted her life and business. Ruth Ellen Sanchez, join me.
Thank you very much, Becca, and congratulations, everyone. This is so exciting. I'm so happy for you all. I can't even express it in words. And of course, Paul and Cheryl for starting this program and creating the health evaluation, which is a tool that we use, which is an amazing, amazing tool. And I absolutely love it. So I started with longevity in in February of 2015. And I had the inability to use my one leg very much. And I had an injury. So I had vertigo for 2.5 months. And I started taking longevity, and that all went away. And my body regained strength and the ability to hold adjustments. So I was able to start my life back and be healthy. And I weighed 235 pounds right before I started. And I am down to 175 now. I gained a little weight back, but I lost a lot of weight along the way. But I really want to talk about and focus on the impact that this course has had on my life. I have been coaching people for years with longevity and everything. And when we got the tool of the health evaluation and were able to use it, I was able to focus on what the tool said people needed to focus on, instead of they wanted to focus on diabetes, but diabetes wasn't the main issue. It wasn't where we really needed to start. It was somewhere else. And so we were able to focus. And then they created this beautiful school and program. And in the course, we learn how to read the health evaluation. The stages, the levels for the different supplements start here. And this is, what did we call it? I forget, level 1, and then you go to level 2, and then level 3, and then level 4, because as the person changes their diet, starts taking the supplements, focuses on where they're supposed to focus, things change, and we are able to focus on that instead of just being stuck with the thing they wanted to work on the most. Sometimes that one thing completely goes away just by changing their diet, sticking to the program, taking the supplements, and moving their bodies. And without the school, I wouldn't have learned half of the things that I needed to know. It would have taken me years to learn. And I'm just really grateful that the school is here, and it's a huge community, and we have continuing education. We can retake the course. Once we graduate, you can go back and review and focus, and Dr. Conway's videos and all of the other people's videos that are on there. I can't even mention them all. It's just a beautiful program, and I know that it helped give me credibility. And I officially started my business, RES Coaching, and I have paying clients, and I have clients that I've worked with for years that I don't charge because I didn't charge them before. But people are talking about it and referring people to me, and I get calls from all over the country, and I'm just really, really grateful to the Institute of Wholistic with a W, because it's the whole body, it's the whole person, it's the whole family, it's everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. What an incredible story. And we just love you. Ruth Ellen, I've known you for so long, and I know you've gone through so much over the past few years here. And so is my math correct? About 60 pounds you lost?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's life changing in its own. So it's just so fantastic. And the people you've helped, and And really, it's just watching you grow, and fight through the things in your life. And everyone is battling something in their life that they're going through. And there's going to be times in our lives where we have some rough patches, and then, so you have to go through those. That makes us stronger and bigger. And then we come out the other side looking like you. You look amazing, and I just love you. Thank you so much for sharing all that. It's just been such a pleasure working with you. And every time I see you, I get a big smile on my face, just to know how great of a person you are. And thank you for sharing all that. That really means a lot to us in those kind words.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, everyone. It was so awesome graduation today. I'm always taken away by this day every 90 days to really hear from everybody and celebrate. I love celebrating. So it's great to get together. Thank you again for all coming. The next one is going to be right before Thanksgiving. I think it's November 19th, whatever that Saturday is, before Thanksgiving. So we got 90 days before our next graduation, and we are looking to expand big time. So we're launching a new course hopefully in the next couple of days here, and it will begin hopefully on September 6th is the unofficial launch date of the course. So we're going to have people pre-enroll into that. If you're already a member of the Institute of Wholistic Health and a certified holistic health coach, there's going to be no charge. You're going to automatically get an email, and you're going to create a username and password. It's a brand new system we built. It's an educational system that you'll be able to go to. We're going to still keep our Facebook group. It's going to be turned into an unbelievable resource and chat and a place that everyone can go. And really, Cheryl and I are huge on community. So we want to really turn that into an incredible community. And we have a lot of things planned for that once we get the course moved over to its own website and server. So super excited about that. And our big announcement for today is we're actually, so what has become clear over the past, 20 years to me and Cheryl is that there's three types of people out there. We have people who are clients. They just want to use our products. They have health problems. They have no interest in being a coach, but they do love the products and do want to get healthy. So we see there's clients out there. We see there's coaches out there like all of you who want to come in and really help people get healthy. And we have so many people that just, that's what they want to do with their life. They want to help people get healthy, which is absolutely amazing. And then there's this third group of people that really want to be CEOs and run a business, a health coaching business, health coaching franchise, actually. And, with longevity, we can't use that word franchise, but because we're a separate institute, we're allowed to. So I'm really launching a franchise opportunity to people where we're going to be paying out a $500 affiliate commission now to anybody you bring into the coaching program. So what we're going to do is help people make money faster as coaches, because what we see with a lot of people, and we have a Power One business plan out there that is incredible. Now, in the beginning, it's like watching the grass grow. I mean, it is, you got to get one client and two clients and three clients, and you get a paycheck for $40, and you're like, wow, I got a long ways to go to get to where I want to get to. So we want to help that process along in the beginning and reward you for bringing people into the Institute of Wholistic Health and becoming health coaches. So we're working on how that's going to be divided up. We're working on a possible two-tier situation with that, where we can offer CEOs some money for bringing other coaches in, and then the coaches obviously would get a substantial amount of money for bringing in more coaches. So we'll work out all the details and announce all those this coming week. But know that we're really working on ways to make you more money and more successful, because again, there's not just physical health, there's emotional health, and there's financial health. And what's hurting people now, besides the gas prices being double, is that they're not making enough money to pay for all the things that they want to do in life. And that financial stress puts, people in emotional stress. And I sincerely believe that many of these health problems are caused from stress, from fear, from living with all that cortisol in their bodies. So we're looking to change all that, to fix the financial health of people, which we really feel will improve the emotional state of people, emotional health of people. And then of course, our main goal is to improve the physical health of people. So we're super excited about that. At the same time, Becca and Dr. Wallach have been on the same wavelength. Becca's actually moved to California and is working with Dr. Wallach here, and is launching an affiliate program as well with Dr. Wallach for all of his tools, which I'm like, man, that only took 40 years to come out with, because it's so needed to have that. And again, Dr. Wallach looking for ways to help the coaches make more money, to supplement your income. As now, the long-term plan is to make $100,000 a month from longevity, to have that residual income coming in from having this massive team. And we want to see everyone making $100,000 a month. But our initial goal right now is to pay out $100,000 per month to the health coaches in referral commissions, which I know we're going to hit immediately. And then our goal is to do $1 million a month. So we're going to do $1 million a month paying out to you, all of you out there, all the health coaches. We're going to be paying out $1 million a month to all of you for just bringing people into the coaching program. So we're excited about that. And Becca, say a couple words. I know you're going to launch here pretty soon with the affiliate program with Dr. Wallach.
Well, first, Kylie, I saw that. She went like this. She was so excited whenever you announced the affiliate program for the coaching, which I am as well. So if you're out there and talking to anybody, if you have a website, all of these things, you will be able to put links to that affiliate program, because it's going to be attached to your number. You just have that code that you insert in your website. When somebody clicks on it, that instantly and automatically connects them with you. So I love that. And then having it possibly being 2-tier. Do you folks know what that means? You invite somebody in, you make, a thank you check off of that. They invite somebody in, you make a thank you check off of what they do as well. So I know any of you that have been within this realm of business knows how impactful and how powerful that will be. Well, I've been working with Wellness Publications, Dr. Wallach and Dr. Milan, and putting an affiliate program together for their publications as well. I know many of us are sharing this information. I have been able to sit there in the office and take phone calls all day long from names that I recognize, which I think are just fabulous. But you're going to be able to have an affiliate program that then you can share your link with them. They can go to the brand new, improved, fabulous website that should be released September 1st. It's almost done. And be able to place orders without having to have an account, without having to remember if you've ordered before, what your password was, all those good things, and make a thank you check, a commission for all of Dr. Wallach's publications, the books, the audio CDs, the DVDs, all of them. You will be able to. And best of all, Paul, I haven't shared this with you. We are going to have an Institute of Wholistic Health coach package that offers the books that are recommended in the course that are published through Wellness Publications with a discount. So not only do you get that discount, you order it through your affiliate link, you also get a thank you check. So it just keeps getting better and better.
I just got really excited.
So
that is fantastic news, Becca, and I know you're working hard with Dr. Wallach to create some amazing things that we're looking forward to seeing and hearing, because Dr. Wallach is so much information in his brain. But getting it out in these books, getting it out in these recordings is the key, and so the students that are coming into the program can learn at a rapid pace and catch up to all the information that we have on how to help people.
But it's not just the students.
Sure.
It's your clients.
Yeah.
Who are thirsty for knowledge. You then have the opportunity to share your link with them where they can get the information that we have learned about. So
Yeah, so incredible. So yeah, we've been looking out for all of you. We've been thinking behind the scenes and how to make not only the course better, but how to, again, increase people's income and success rate. Because we know it's in the beginning, it's tough to get the longevity residual checkup, but so we wanted to offer as many things as possible to help you make money faster, to become that full-time health coach that you've always wanted to become. You know, make whatever type of income, whether it's $100,000 a year or $100,000 a month. It's absolutely possible here with the coaching program. And it's not just the money, it's the impact that drives the income. So the impact we have on people, not from just Dr. Wallach's knowledge, which is absolutely phenomenal, but Dr. Wallach's knowledge without the longevity products doesn't work. You know, the products are so incredible. What they've done for my health and hundreds and thousands, if not millions of other lives, is just, there is no supplement company in the world that has what we have. And the quality of the products, the results we can get from these products are just life-changing. And more than ever, people are worried about their health. You know, we need to take care of our health. The most important thing we have in our lives is our health. You know, people say, well, it's my family, or, you know, it's not your family, because if you're dead, you can't take care of your family. You can't be with your family. So you got to take care of yourself first and get yourself healthy, make sure you're strong so that you can enjoy life and keep your entire family healthy and live that joyous life. So, like, I know you had one more thing you wanted to add.
yes, I have one more thing. And folks, you know, in this course, you know, Paul teaches to write things down, make your list, your 100 things, you know, your dream board, your vision board, write those things down. But it's going beyond writing those things down, stepping out of your comfort zone, making yourself open and willing for change. And as Sherry Ann mentioned earlier, faith.
Yeah.
Paul planted that seed of my worth, which I am so thankful for. Through the course, my confidence grew. And because of the belief that the people who enrolled me, or their enrollers actually, had, there's been so many opportunities that have been opened up that I've been able to say yes. And I've had prayers on a Monday, Friday. I have a door open. Not even 2 weeks later, that I've walked through that door.
Yeah.
It's putting those intentions out there, asking. And if it's in God's will, everything falls into place. Everything that I've been able to experience is open to everybody else as well. It's not just me.
Yeah. I love that, Becca. I
love
just
it.
wrote something down like 3 days ago and it just came true today. So, I mean, it can happen that fast, the power of writing those things down. And we have an entire lesson and module in the new course all about that. So thank you for sharing that. And again, it's just so awesome seeing all those things come to fruition in your life and how easy this works and when you get in touch with the universe and really put those intentions out there, as you mentioned. All right, everybody, we've gone a little bit over here today, but it's a celebration day. I'm so proud of all of you. From the bottom of my heart, I love all of you. As Dr. Wallach mentioned, we're a big family. We're in this together. We're in this crusade. We're gonna help change people's lives. And in a time we're in now in history, the world needs us. You know, if they don't hear this message from you, they're probably not going to hear it. So we've got to be bold. We got to go out and now share this message with the world and really have that intention of helping people. You know, my big word is, of course, elevate. It's always about elevating their lives and looking for ways to make their lives better. And when you do that, your life becomes better. And it's just a beautiful thing how that works. So what I'm going to do is ask everyone to unmute now and congratulate all the new graduates for coming out. You're going to get one of these fancy blue t-shirts in the mail soon, along with a certification. We want you to hang that on your wall and take a picture of you holding it, and we'll get that on Facebook and celebrate you again there. So thank you all for coming today, and congratulations again to all the new graduates.
And everybody smile because I'm going to take screenshots.
All right, everyone smile.
Keep smiling. Keep smiling. We've got a couple pages. Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, great job, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right.
Good job, everyone. All right, we'll see you on Monday in our coaching call. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
The demand for a new kind of health professional is growing exponentially. A supportive mentor who takes the time to understand their client and helps them identify the underlying causes of their health challenges. Whether the goal is to address a specific health concern or improve overall wellness, a health coach is that new kind of health professional who motivates people to make lasting, positive changes so they can feel and be their best. Our current healthcare system does not have time to address the lifestyle causes of most people's health issues. The Institute of Wholistic Health is helping to fill that healthcare industry void. IWH teaches and certifies like-minded people to become health coaches. Once certified, an IWH health coach will take the time to understand their clients' needs and concerns. Coaches are trained to look at the different parts of their clients' lives and use alternative health methods to address the root causes of their issues. Health coaches also serve as personal mentors who help find the right nutrition plan for each person and guide them to adopt everyday healthy eating habits. They also plan proper nutritional supplementation and help their clients improve their mindset so they can be their best. The Institute of Wholistic Health has some of the world's leading health coaches who have been helping people solve challenges for over 25 years. As an IWH health coach, you'll have access to our cutting-edge health evaluation platform that makes it easy to identify nutritional problems and recommend all-natural solutions. Our online curriculum also covers practical business training to help students launch their own health coaching business. When you're a health coach, you'll be able to help people around the world create their own healthier, longer life. The demand for health coaches is huge. Become an Institute of Wholistic Health coach today